G'day! I'm here to teach you how to play Hand Wombat. To win the game, be the first Wombat team to score 3 points by either building or destroying 3 Wombat towers over a series of rounds. Just be careful not to get voted out before the game is over. Oh, and do it all with your eyes closed. First, assemble the spindles. Then, give each player a reference card. Now, prepare a 90-second timer on any digital device. Make sure it has a loud sound or vibration when time's up, because everyone's eyes will be closed when the timer ends. Place the box lid, which will be your play boundary, within reach of everyone playing. Set the scorecard off to one side and place each point tracker on its start circle on the scorecard. Place the spindles upright inside the boundary, then randomly spread out all the bricks around them. Your table will look something like this. Before we play for the first time, let's practice building. Everyone covers their eyes with one hand. With your other hand, reach into the boundary and cooperatively build all 3 towers so that 6 bricks are on each tower, going from largest at the bottom to smallest at the top. Be sure to communicate with each other while you're doing this. Pause the video now to practice. Then continue the video once you've worked together to build all 3 towers correctly with your eyes closed. Now that you've got a feel for how building works, it's time to assign teams. Grab as many Wombat cards as there are players. Include 1 Wicked Wombat to be the single-person bad team. And then the rest of the cards will be basic Wombats to form the good team. For example, if you're playing with 4 players, you'll use 1 Wicked Wombat and 3 basic Wombats. If you're playing with 5 players, use 1 Wicked Wombat and 4 basic Wombats, and so on. Put any extra Wombat cards away. Shuffle your Wombat cards, then deal 1 face down to each player. You can look at and say whatever you want about your own Wombat card, but keep it face down in front of you until the game is over, so none of the other players can see your secret identity. After your first game, check out the advanced play section in the instructions to learn how to include those unused Wombat cards. If this is your very first game, we suggest you make it a bit easier by placing the largest brick on each of the 3 spindles before you begin. Continue playing with this advantage until the good team wins their first game. Randomly scatter bricks inside the boundary. Close your eyes and cover them with one hand, then start the 90-second timer. When the timer starts, each player uses one hand to play. The good team builds the towers by placing the bricks in the correct order on each of the 3 spindles, from largest at the bottom to the smallest at the top. The bad team secretly sabotages the good team's towers. You cannot open your eyes, use more than one hand, place bricks or spindles outside of the boundary, or remove the base from the spindles. You can communicate, put your hand on top of a tower to protect it, hold on to bricks in your hand, and take bricks off the spindles. When the timer runs out, everyone immediately stops what they're doing, opens their eyes, and begins scoring. If 3 towers are complete, the good team scores 2 points. If 2 towers are complete, the good team scores 1 point. If 2 towers are incomplete, the bad team scores 1 point. If 3 towers are incomplete, the bad team scores 2 points. Remember, a tower is complete if all 6 differently sized bricks are on the spindle in the correct order. Only 1 team scores at the end of each round. Use the point trackers on the scorecard to keep track of the total score for the game. If either team reaches 3 points total, they win. When a team wins, the game is over, and you can reveal your roles to each other. If no one's won yet, move on to voting. After scoring, count down from 3 and point to the player you suspect is on the bad team. If you don't suspect anyone, just point up. This choice isn't final yet. It's just to give you something to talk about. Once you've discussed and feel ready to make a final vote, count down from 3 again, then point to the person you want to vote out of the game. If more than half of the players still in the game vote for one person, that player is out and can no longer participate in building or voting. Do not reveal your role to the remaining players. I repeat, do not reveal your role when you're voted out. If no one has the majority vote, or if there's a tie, everyone stays in the game. Reset the bricks and the timer and begin another building phase. By the way, Even if the bad team is voted out, the game isn't over until one team scores 3 points. Continue playing as normal through building, scoring and voting. The good team doesn't know that they're the only ones left, and they might clash enough that the bad team still earns some points and wins. That's it. Go have fun.